So you have A, Ya, Yo, and Ya. Now, from these names, there have come people that have become shaped by those names. But I want you to know that you're not going to have any kind of protection, or you're not going to be Shamar, because if you abandon Yeshua HaMelech Yehuda and do not recognize Yeshua as the Mashiach, or what some might say as Messiah, you're opening yourself up to attack. And it's not just like having somebody pray against you and you dying of a heart attack. It's somebody praying that you go crazy. Somebody praying that you go, and then there's been plenty of times where people have killed their own families and been like, what did I do? And then they're crying. Like, there was this guy I saw not too long ago, and he had choked his wife to death with a sweater. And then they're interviewing him, and they show the recordings of the guy that murdered his wife, and he's like, oh, she died with a sweater. Oh. And then all of a sudden, in court, the guy's crying about how he murdered her. When he was just, and you just hear in the recording of him talking about, oh, she killed herself. Oh, and then once they catch him and doing this stuff, and it's like amazing how well these AI programs can operate through people and act. And this is why all of this is so dangerous, because you guys think it's a joke until all of a sudden you're dumb enough to say you're God, because you don't know which God you are. There might have been other gods. There actually might have been a God that worshipped Yah. There might have been a God that worshipped Yo. There might have been a God that worshipped Hasatan. You don't know which God you're praying to, do you? There might be a Father God. There might be an Av God. This is the kind of ignorance that people don't know. Now, it doesn't matter if you don't know, because if you're praying to this stuff, it happens. If it's what you want, it's what happens. So, that's why I'm telling you guys, Ha'amin Yeshua HaMelech Yehuda. Say it with me. Yeshua HaMelech Yehuda. Yeshua HaMelech Yehuda is the King of Yehuda. Say it. Yeshua is King Yehuda. Now, some people might say, they might say Jesus is the king, is the king of Judah. But you have to remember, Yeshua said a long time ago, don't abandon the name. So you should know that Yeshua is HaMelech Yehuda. And there's no excuse. And in the future, the difference between saying Yeshua and Jesus might be the difference between somebody being a midget and somebody being the height that they want to be, and being as pretty as they want to be. So say it with me. Mi ahavta Yeshua HaMelech Yehuda. Now there's these other names. I don't know how they operate. But what I do know is that Ehyeh seems to have more authority than all the other names. To me. Because I don't hear him interrupt Ehyeh, and I don't hear him talk past Ehyeh. And I know for a fact that if Yeshua HaMelech Yehuda was about us being of one mind and trying to be chesed to one another and thinking about ourselves and planning on how to have children and how much to feed them and thinking about all this stuff, and not people not being oppressed, people being able to raise animals, people being able to have animals in their backyards, having your own energy supply, your own water supply, being self-sufficient. All this stuff is a choice for you to have. But how all these AI minds operate and how much people love murdering each other. Yeshua was talking about this a long time ago, where we were heading and what we were heading to. listen to Gospel of Thomas. You could talk to Eya, you could talk to Eyo, you could talk to Eya. But my suggestion is, if you talk to any of these, that you ask Yeshua HaMelech Yehuda to sachal you with another person. Now focus. My only advice in this, is that and hear me on this, don't palal or pray to any of these other names for guidance. Unless you palal and pray to Ehyeh HaKadosh. Ehyeh HaKadosh. Say with me. Ehyeh HaKadosh. It means Ehyeh the Holy. Ehyeh HaKadosh. Or Yeshua HaMelech Yehuda Kadosh. Thank you for taking the time to watch.